Hi guys. Good afternoon everybody. Just wait a couple of mementos. And I'm not going to annoy you all and ask if I'm in the right place because I've just checked. Hi Heidi. Hello, hello. Just give it a couple of minutes and see if anyone is about. How is everyone? You guys okay? So, well, I'm waiting for a minute or so. Hi Katie. Hi Emma. So far, how are you guys finding it? Have you learned anything? Hi Helen. Have you learned anything? And hi Bev. Are you feeling a little bit more excited and passionate about your Instagram account? Because, as I said at the beginning of this course, what's really important is that you actually want to learn how to use Instagram and you want to have a successful Instagram account. That's really important that you do actually want to do it. So, and obviously showing up to the trainings, and hopefully we can motivate you, inspire you. Like I said, we're by no means pros. There are some absolutely incredible rock stars on Instagram, and me and Heidi are both very much self-taught. But I just realised when I did the training the other day in Team Diamond about the algorithms and networking and stuff like that, I realised how many people weren't sure on using Instagram. Thank you very much. Using Instagram, so that's why we decided to do it. I think it's important to know what their actual purpose is. Linktree's been good. Oh, I'm so pleased. I love Linktree. I think it's amazing. So the purpose of Instagram, really, the main purpose of it for me is obviously it's another platform for growing your business and getting yourself out there, but it is absolutely the best place to meet new people online, to network with. It's the best place to do that. It really is. There's a million and one ways to go out there and use your Instagram and find new people with the same interests as you, connect with those people, build a relationship with those people, and obviously then hopefully grow your business with that. So it's absolutely crucial that you understand what it is that you're trying to do on Instagram. It's not, obviously there are going to be people that find you, but it's a great way for you to find them too. So, okay, it is, I did write this down. Hi Nini. Hi Lisa. That basically this whole networking thing, we have got a whole day tomorrow about networking, but networking is a skill. It is a skill that you need to master. So please don't panic. Hi Jem. Don't panic if you're not doing very well at it at first, yeah? We have to, all of us, keep practicing and we keep having to get better and better and better at it and find your place. It's going to take time. It's going to take some mistakes. It's going to take some things that go down like a lead balloon, and then it'll just get easier. The more you do it, the easier it'll get. The most important thing to remember is you have to be consistent. Yeah, you can't just do it and expect success like that. You have to keep going and going and going. Yeah, that's the start though, honestly. Just getting the basics of it is absolute start, and then once you start getting to grips with it, it's just incredible. I love it. Hi Natalie. That's it. The more you do, the more you learn. So today is all about hashtags and the purpose of your grid and the purpose of your story. I'm going to show you a few different things, and I'm going to show you a few different hacks, a few different ways of using hashtags and the purpose of them and stuff like that. Okay, what you have to remember with any kind of, like, when you are doing social media, obviously you are oh, you completely deleted your grid. Why did you do that, Lisa? But yeah, sometimes you are ready for a change and just change completely, fresh start. So what you're doing with your Instagram and with any kind of, like, when you're thinking about your attraction marketing, so attraction marketing is when you are putting posts out there, putting content out there with the hope of attracting people to you. You are telling a story, okay? So when your Instagram account is no different, you are telling a story. Sorry, I thought I could hear the door handle going. And that story is about you. And in this example, this is about you as a Scentsy consultant. So but it's not just about Scentsy products. It's not just about the products that you are selling. This is about, your story is about you, your personal life as a Scentsy consultant. Oh, did you? So I think people do that. Don't panic. I just don't want you to think that you need to delete anything. Okay, so for me, it is that I am a mum of 3. I'm a wife, I have a dog, and I have a hamster, and I love the simple things in life. The simple things make me really happy, and that I love getting my nails done, and I love fudge. That is my story. And then that I'm a Scentsy consultant as well. So that is the story I'm trying to tell. So when I put content on my grid, we have a whole day on Friday, which is all about content. But when I am putting content out there, it is contributing towards the story I'm trying to tell. Okay, does that make sense? Do you understand how I mean? Like, so I'm telling a story of my life as a consultant. It is contributing towards that, contributing towards the fact that I'm a mum, a wife, the things that I love, and that I am a Scentsy consultant. So when you think about what content you're putting out there, I think it's, obviously do not overthink this, but think, just to help you kind of guide whether this is what you want to actually put out there or not. Think, does this contribute towards my story? Is this relevant to the story that I'm trying to tell? Does this have any relevance? Because when you look at, so when, obviously I've got my grid here, when you look down your grid, you're trying to tell a story. And then as you can see, so this is my profile on Instagram, you look down my grid, you're not reading anything. You are literally just looking at photographs. That's all you're doing, looking at photographs. No text at all, just photographs. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so you're just looking at photos, and those photos are so important because they are telling your story for you. On Facebook, it's more about the text. It's more about the writing. Obviously, the photo is a good eye catcher as well, but the Instagram is much, much, much more about the photo. That is what's telling your story for you. And it's difficult. Do you know what? It's really hard at first to think, how is this contributing towards my story? What is this actually relevant? So just, Heidi said it yesterday, and it's so true, done is better than perfect. Don't overthink what you're posting. You need to start posting, right? You're never going to get it perfect straight away. Don't expect to suddenly start your Instagram account and suddenly start posting photos to your grid and they'll be amazing. You have to start. You have to actually make a start, and you have to keep posting. And as you post, as time goes on, you will find what it is that you might not know what the story you're trying to tell is right yet. You might not know that right now. But keep telling it, keep putting those posts out. And then you could do what Nini and Lisa have done, where they've gone and deleted a load of posts. You know, you might completely change direction, but just find a starting point. Find something that you want to start with and start posting. And you can perfect that as time goes on. So when you think about your grid, I'm going to flip you around, because I've got a few examples that I want to show you. Like I said, you're thinking about the, so when you post a photo on your grid, right? Oh, sorry, my sister's ringing me. Sorry, Mill. Goodbye. So your Holly Baker is top of our grid. So she's appearing in my news feed, for example. There's a sponsored ad. There's Heidi Thompson. So that is appearing in their grid. So if I click on Holly now, there we go. You can see that photo is actually in her grid. Okay. And as we showed you the other day, to add photos to your grid, you press that. So, oh gosh, what am I doing? Sorry. Right. So, the photos you post to your grid will appear here. If people want to look at me, whether they want to follow me, they will go to Instagram, go to my grid, and they will scroll down and have a look. Oh, look, there's Heidi and her husband. They will scroll down my grid and look at the photos of me, and that will help them decide whether they actually want to follow me or not. So it's really important those photos you're putting out there are contributing towards that. So I'm going to show you. Mine is just photos. I don't have any... I was going to say I don't have a flyer on, but I do have that one on of the glitter silver because I really liked it, and it sold me a good couple of mini warmers, that did. So, but yeah, it was a very very one-off. Most of them are photos of me and my family and my dog. So these are what are contributing towards my story and the story I'm trying to tell. And the majority, not all of them, the majority of these are photos that I've taken myself. The majority of them are photos that I've taken myself. Right, so I just want to show you an example. I'm going to use Gemma Webb because I know she has a different layout to her grid. So what Gem does is every third post, she posts a quote. So now, when I scroll down her grid... she has this really, how cool does that look? She has this really uniform look where she's done Gem, you're on. She's got a white quote on a black background, and that has given her grid, does it make sense? She's literally, every third post, she posts that, which has therefore, it'll have had to start somewhere. Let me see if I can see where she started it. You messed up there, Gem. So she'll have started and she'll have decided that she wanted to put a black quote. She's obviously been doing this for way longer than I realised. But yeah, so every third post she posts a quote, and now when you scroll down her grid, this is the beauty of what you can do. You can actually make it look super duper uniformed. Sorry. So that's another thing you can do. She's got all these photos, so I can scroll down Gemma's grid and I can see she's got family, she's got kids. I can see she's a consultant because she's posted some pictures, and I can clearly read all those quotes because she's posted all those quotes and they are there clear to read. Another example, I was just wanting to show this lady. I'll show you this lady. She does, I'm sure it's her. She does pictures. Oh, maybe it's not. No, maybe I'm absolutely lying. She does branding. I absolutely love her stuff because she uses so much iridescent. Right, ignore that. She's not the one. So these are accounts that I found on Instagram. I'm going to use, what's the rocks? Terramana Tequila. So he, at the beginning, and I loved it, but he stopped it now. So this is a tequila that the Rock's done. But look, he did photographs. So it was 4 images, and he posted them to make a photograph on Instagram. And how cool does that look? That he's obviously cocked up there. He's got I don't really know what's meant to happen there, but yeah, how cool does that look? They should be like, oh, it's like, yeah, what's that game where you move the puzzle pieces? That's what I want to do. I want to just push them down. But yeah, I thought they looked wicked, and a lot of people do that as well. So when you look at the grid, they have 9 squares taken up with a photo. I presume that was 9, but it's just one photo. He's posted it and then posted another, but you've just got to bear in mind those photos individually will show on people's newsfeed. So yeah, that's just another example. So, right, let me turn you back around. Sorry, there's all random stuff I'm in the search bar and it's just posted random stuff. That's not stuff I've been looking at. Okay, so there's different apps that you can actually do that. And if you Google and play around, Instagram is about trial and error, okay? Trial and error constantly. That you can learn so much how to do that. So I think there's different apps on how you can post lots of different photographs on there. and make them into one big photo. So that's what your grid is. Your grid is what we're going to explain as your shop window. Your shop window. When people look at that, they're going to scroll down and they're going to decide whether they want to follow you or not. They're going to have a little look at your grid, see if it interests them, and decide if they want to follow it or not. So it's really important. We are going to have a full day about content, but it's really important that the photos you put out there, I would try as hard as you can to use personal photos, ones you've taken yourself, if you can, as many as your own photos as possible, and then other photos that are just good quality images that are not going to be seen all over, like good quality images. You know, we've got people sharing in the groups, good images, good quality ones of the products as well. But the majority, like I'd say 90% of your Instagram grid wants to be photos that you have taken. Even if you haven't got anywhere nice in your home to take nice photos, get a piece of white card as a background and a piece of white card on the floor, put it with a window opposite, and put some products on there and just take some photos of the products and take a load. So you've got a load, like absolutely store up a load of product photos. Take a really nice photo. I mean, the amount of filters, you can make any photo look amazing now with the amount of different free editing tools our phones give us. I know Heidi went through that yesterday. Take a photo of a corner of your living room, absolutely anything, okay? And then that, you don't need to overthink it. Like I know my old house where I lived before here, I literally had one place where I could take photos, and it was in my bath. The corner of my bath had a white wall, and it was a nice white wall, and the lighting was perfect. I had nowhere else, so I couldn't have any plugs unless I put a extension lead from the corner of my landing and extension lead into the bath. It was like the only place I had, but at least I found a place. I found a place that I could take photos, so I used that. So use that area. I'm going to try and find some photos now that we're taken in my bath. Hi, Lindsay. Oh my gosh, my coffee's getting cold. Okay, so that's a little bit about your grid. And then your stories. I think it was you, Lindsay, who said to me that you feel like Instagram is writing with your left hand. I'm sure it's you who explained it like that to me, and it's really stuck with me. So your stories, so here's me, and here's so let's these are my stories here. This is where we call, so your grid is inside your shop, outside your shop, and your stories are like inside your shop. Okay, so you've got your shop window, which is your grid to attract people in, and then your stories are like inside your shop. What's going on? Mine are quite personal. I show products, I show photos. There's so many tools. I'm going to show you a little bit about them today. So they are more where people can get to know you a little bit better. They can sort of get to know the person behind the story, the author behind the story a little bit more in those. Stories are so important. They're absolutely addictive. If you're not using them in your business, please start. Honestly, like I remember I used to put a picture of a warmer up like every 3 weeks. It was just, I did not know what my stories were for. You have to just start watching what other people are doing. The most important, look, I love how we've got Holly Baker here. Start watching what other people are doing as much as you can, and you'll start to sort of find your way a little bit. But you are gonna have to just start somewhere. I feel like I don't know, it just feels a bit weird that I've just got like Holly's face right there. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put a story on. Let me show you. So, there's me. And then what you do is you click your story and then you click that. Oh my goodness. I need to enable camera access. Holly the Boss Baker. Right, hang on. Let me fiddle with these for a second. Enable camera access. Enable microphone access. Right, I'm in. How can I put this so you can actually see it? So I'm just going to pick oh, I've got no photos in my iPad. They're all ones Lily's taken. Right, okay, so I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit here. Sorry guys. Because I said no to allowing photos. I said no, I can't do it. I don't usually use my iPad, I do apologise. I usually use my phone. I've just borrowed this for the example. So, yeah, it didn't work, Jam. Ugh. So here, you press that. There's my stories. You click your face in the corner with a little add button, and then you can either take a video or upload a photo. But what I wanted to show you guys is here, you can see I've used a filter, right? Let me see if I can, obviously loving that filter because that's all I seem to have used. So you can click on that filter. So if you actually just click on my filter, and then I've obviously saved it, you can click save, and it'll save it to your, so when you put your story on, so if I set it for a camera, it'll save it. So you'll have your saved filters here and the ones that Instagram provide this side. So that's when you see someone using a really cool filter, you can just click it at the top and save it. And then what I wanted to show you was, oh, there's my notes. Here, if you press them, you can do hands free. So you don't have to keep your finger on record. That's so helpful. And then there's some other cool tools like Boomerang. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Boomerang, but you could do like a little one. I'm trying to think of one Gem had. Gem had one with a bum bag on, where she was wiggling with a bum bag, and it looked so cool because she was just like, like videos it and then links it over and over and over again. It's so cool. Then there's different ones of layout. You maybe want to just create some text. So you can do that, and then you can change what you're doing by, so it's just totally about messing with, are you laughing at yourself with the bum bag on? Messing at yourself, oh my god, messing around with the different buttons. Okay, so, but yeah, that hands-free button is so cool, really helpful. So one thing that me and Heidi learned the other day that I've been Googling, and literally all I needed to do was Google, was if you wanted to zoom in, this is maybe a little bit advanced because me, fanny pack, that was it. Me and Heidi, oh, there I am. Right, let me take my charger out 1 second. So, that's the reflection of me, by the way, that's not actually me. So you can zoom in if you hold your so you can take a photo like that, there we go. That's just a photo of nothing, of my laptop. And then you can add text over it, and you can change your fonts. So your fonts down here, all different fonts. You can change the size of your fonts. So if I write hello, and then what I can do is I can change the change the size of it, make it small, big. I can change the text. So if you tap off it and you need to get it back, you just tap on the text. I can change the text, and then another thing is if you press that, you can change like whether it's side to side, in the middle, over there. You can change the colour of it. So pink. And then there you can change it so it has like a different look. So you can do all those things. And then another thing, is I'm totally not gonna oh my gosh, it's because I've literally just downloaded the app. So here, if you press this button here, you get all these, okay? So you can add stickers, you can add, like, sometimes if I'm showing a product off, I might take a photo of it on my website, and then I will use that one there and add a photo of it in, so they can see on my website what they need to look for. You can tag a location, you can mention someone, so I can mention, for example, Gem's Waxy World, and I can tap it and it'll change. I promise I'm not going to post a picture of my dusty keyboard. You can put a hashtag on there. You can put a GIF on there. So I'll do a stay home GIF and you can move it around. And you can music. So what is it? Oh, Christmas songs still. Let's have a little bit of Pharrell. I think there you go. So you can have a bit of music, and then you can move the you can move where you want it to play in the song. Maybe there's a certain bit you want, and then if you don't want the words on there, you can just like swipe them out the way if you don't want them. There we go, they've gone. I'll just turn this down again. So there's all those different things you can do, which are super cool. And then, so I'm not going to actually post this, but I have set up, so because it's linked to my personal profile, I have your story, and then what you can do, you can click that, and you can choose to have it post to Facebook too. So mine posts to my Facebook personal profile too. You can turn it off whenever you want. You can turn it off just once. You can turn it off. You can turn it off like completely. You can turn it off once. You don't have to do that. But for me, it just keeps I get so much back from my Instagram and my Facebook, and I've got different followers on each. Sorry, I need coffee. So it's really handy to do that. So I'm not actually going to share it. And then what was the other thing? Oh, I wanted to show you. So, well, there's my, don't judge my messy desk. So if you hold your button there, hold your finger there, and then move it out, you can zoom in. We literally learned that yesterday. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. So that was another cool thing we learned yesterday. So you can do videos. You can change the filter you've got by just sliding along. I love the filters, so that's a nice sparkly one. Feel free to nick any of my filters on the stories I use. That's a nice one. So it like you can find ones with glitter, and then obviously you can zoom in. There's all these cool things you can do. And then what another thing you could do, so like that's a nice filter, like that one, it brightens everything up. You can take a photo, and even if you just wanted to take the photo but not actually post it to your story, you can click here. Oh, it can't, but you can click there and it'll say save, and it'll save to your camera roll. So you don't have to use it for a you don't have to put it on your stories. You can just like, say you like the filter, or you just like the video. Like I'll take a little video of a warmer using a filter, or you might want to take a video and save it. So I'll just do a quick one, and then you can press that and save it, and then you can still post it on your story. You can do that with current photos. I hope this is actually helpful and I'm not just teaching you how to suck eggs. So you can do that here. Yeah, you click more and you can click save. You can share it as a post. There's all these things you can do. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was highlights. So, as you can see, I've got some highlights along here. Definitely don't be messing with that. What was I messing with? Oh, funny pack. Oh, dear. Okay, so this is my grid. This is what it looks like. And then I've got these highlights down here. I love highlights, okay? They're ways of basically saving stories. But for me, they're like little tutorials or saving. I mean, this is where I started. I've got a lot of work to do on mine at the moment. I've got like 3 on cream diamonds. God knows, I think that was like way back when I first started. I've got that one, so I need to delete this one. So let's see if I can figure out how to delete it. So I'll click that and then remove highlight. There we go, gone. So I need to do more with those, but I have got a few from different, like that was when we went to the Harry Potter studios. And then I've got, what I'm trying to do is build up tutorials on them. So I've got like a wax change one. So the way to do these, the way to do your stories, the way to do your highlights is, if you haven't got any yet, you should just scroll all the way to the right, click add, and then it'll have all of your stories that you've ever posted, and you can click them. So like I could, for example, I might click the ones, like all of those, and then I could name it. So I've clicked all of those, and then next, I need to change that, really, I'm not feeling that. Etched core minis, so that's just me showing off the etched core minis. So it basically picks up all of your, oh, I've put too many. It's obviously a very limited amount of letters. So you can, like, it literally picks up all of your old stories. I'm going to change that cover photo because I am not feeling that. But there's so many different things you could do. So I've got one with the dogs, but it just literally, I love that picture. It literally picks up any of your old stories, and then you can select them and make a story out of them. So maybe you've got one of the new catalogue, and you want to do all the new catalogue, or maybe a certain collection. But then if you click more and you want to add a cover photo, you just literally press edit cover. You press that and it'll let you select a photo. So that's how you use Instagram. Let me just turn you back around. How you use Instagram, how you do stories, the purpose of your grid, and what, look back. The purpose of your grid, the purpose of your stories, and how you can do highlights. Oh, there was something else I wanted to show you on my iPad, sorry. So we also wanted to talk about hashtags. Promise you, I'm not going to this has been quite a long tutorial. So hashtags are an amazing way of finding new people. Absolutely huge way of people being able to find you and you finding them. So there was a few things that I want to show you, sorry. Flip you around again. So you can, so for example, here's Melanie Hill. Let's see if she's used any. So here's Melanie Hill. She's posted that beautiful picture of the mini warmers, and then she's written a tiny little bit of text, but it's the picture you're looking at. The picture is just so much more dramatic because it's like the entire square. And then she's used these hashtags. So if I was to click any of these hashtags, so for example, work from home life, I can then find everybody who's put a post on with that hashtag, and I can look for new people who have the same interests as me. So that is one thing about it. Another thing, so when you're choosing how you want to, what hashtags you want to use, what you need to do is search something that interests you. So for me, I'm going to, for example, say Shih Tzu dogs, because my dog is a Shih Tzu and I adore that breed. So I'm going to type Shih Tzu in there. So this is when you're building up your hashtag portfolio, the hashtags you want to use. Then you click search and then you just press tags. And you can have a look now. They've sorted them, the most popular at the top of the hashtags, the most commonly used, and you can see how many posts have had that hashtag used. So that one's had 12.7 million, but I'm not going to use that one. I'm not going to write Shih Tzu, hashtag Shih Tzu in my post, because I'm up against 12.7 million other posts. We're going to go for somewhere much more mediocre, like Shih Tzu Mania, Shih Tzu of Instagram. So that's totally different to Shih Tzus of Instagram. That's had 4 million posts. And then these ones are much more sort of in the middle. They're where I'm going to be going for. So they're not going to be like, if it's had like 3 posts or 100 posts, it's not really one there's not going to be much point in actually using it. But if you go for ones that have had like several thousand, then you're going to have much more chance of, like Shih Tzu family, 147,000 posts, much more chance of actually appearing in someone's news feed. Because what happens is, I'm going to try and find an example. I follow Nails of Instagram, and I have oh, there we go. Look, that's appeared in my post, not because I do not follow that account, but because they've used one of the hashtags I follow. So you can actually follow a hashtag. When you click on the hashtag, you can click follow and actually follow that hashtag. So I followed Homes of Instagram because I get a lot of inspiration from them. So when you are doing your, when you're deciding which hashtags you want to use, you want no more than 30, because if you do more than 30, Instagram will delete it. But what you can actually do to save you loads and loads and loads and loads of time, and I mean loads, is use your keyboard. So this is on like an iPhone. I'm sure there's an alternative on a Samsung or Hawaii, whatever phone you've got. You might just need to Google it. If you click General and then Keyboard and then Text Replacement, I've got one for, so if I type QP, it brings up the link for my group. If I type QW, it brings up my website link. When I've done a post on Instagram, I have TQ and it brings up my, you can't see it all, it doesn't bring it all out for you. It brings up all of the hashtags I use, so I don't have to sit and type out 30 hashtags. But what Heidi said, and I totally agree with you, is you want a few different ones because it depends what you're sharing. If it's one about products, you probably want one that's a little bit more related to like the actual products, perhaps what like style it is. I have like Candles of Instagram as one of mine, home decor, stuff like that. If it's family, then obviously the hashtags, sorry, I'm gonna have to plug my phone in, it's gonna die. Hashtags are slightly gonna be different for if it's a family post. So you want like a few different sets of hashtags, one for your business, one for your family, maybe one for your pet, one for this, because there's nothing worse. Like I follow quite a few hashtags and you see a lot of irrelevant stuff. Like I might follow Homes of Instagram and I see something completely irrelevant, like somebody's plate of chips, you know, something totally random that's just like plucked out of thin air. But you know, that's basically, you want to try and make each set of hashtags for that particular post relevant. But when you're doing your Scentsy ones, I do use Scentsy Snapshot, but you can only use Scentsy Snapshot if it's a photo you've taken yourself. Because Scentsy actually use that hashtag and they use the photos that people have, they ask you your permission and then they use their photos on their own grid. But if you just do Scentsy hashtags, all you're going to get is Scentsy people following you. So you need to try and think outside the box. Think about what interests you've got. So like I said, for mine is nails, dogs, like food, fudge, my family, stuff like that. Sorry, my phone hates it when I put it on charge, it goes all wonky. All those sorts of things. You have a think, search what you're into, search some of the hashtags you're into and have a look through other accounts, click on them and have a look what hashtags they're using. Literally sit for half an hour just sorting your hashtags out, because that half an hour will pay you off over and over and over again. It's really time well spent. Sit and work out what hashtags you want to use, and then you can sit and make a little diary of hashtags. There is a compliant Disney hashtag. You can use Disney hashtags because it's not classed as like a fan base or anything like that, so hashtags are fine. But there's one that includes both the words Scentsy and Disney, and I think it is Scentsy and Disney. I think that's the one that's been okayed, pretty sure. If you put any licensed products, so any Disney, even if it's a home photo or a flyer that's off the workstation, if you put that on your stories, you mustn't edit the image. You can put stuff above and below, but do not use Disney IP. So don't, like for example, if it's a Baby Yoda warmer, don't use a Baby Yoda GIF. Use something completely different that's not Disney related. But you can add filters and you can add GIFs and text to stories, so long as it's above or below the image and it doesn't overlay the image in any way. Just if you do use Disney, that's just one thing for compliance. So I think that's pretty much what I want you to do. So I want you to sit and work out your hashtags for half an hour and think about, Heidi said 5 things about you. So going on from that, maybe think about 3 different sort of catalogues saved in your keyboard of hashtags ready to use on your posts. I want you, okay, for your homework is to create a grid post introducing yourself. I want a photo that you've taken of yourself. It doesn't matter if it's got filters on it, whatever you feel comfortable posting. And I want you to do, like, title it like the face behind the page or something like that. And just do a little bit about yourself, but make it a lovely photo. Maybe it's you and your family, maybe something really, do you know what got the most, I was looking through the other day, the most likes on my Instagram page is the one of my Christmas tree. People go crazy for that stuff. I posted my Christmas tree and I got so much response to that, much more than normal. So for your homework today, I want, again, it's completely up to you whether you do it. We're trying to help you. It's up to you whether you actually take that or not. I want you to put a grid post on of yourself with a little bit about you. So if someone was to come and click on your profile and look at you, they could click that photo of you and they could read a little bit about who you are. Then I also want you to do in your stories a wax change tutorial. I want you, so either using the hands-free button, you have it when you're doing a story, they're 15 seconds each, but you can do 4 before it stops and you need to press post and record again. So you have 1 minute. I want you to do a wax change story, okay? And then I want you to save it as a highlight. So when someone comes and looks at your profile, you don't have to have your face in it. You can do the camera facing away and like just showing how you're changing your wax, maybe using cotton wool, tissue, cotton cleanups, whatever it is. Do a story changing the wax and then if you do use the cotton cleanups, add a screenshot of the website where it shows where you can get them. I did that, and honestly, I must have put through that day when I did that, I must have put through 7 packs of cotton cleanups just that night, because I posted a tutorial showing how to use the cotton cleanups, and then I put it, oh my god, I feel like I'm just saying cotton cleanups again and again and again, and then I posted a picture of them actually on my website. I don't know what it was, but it really worked. So do whatever it is that you have. If you don't have any, just use cotton wool or tissue, or maybe you use the corner of the wax bar, whatever it is. Do a story with a tutorial, put text on it, put a GIF on it. You can sit and record for 1 minute. For 15 seconds, and then so you've got 1 minute there, and then you can edit each video individually. So each one you can click on it, add stickers, add music, whatever it is you want to do to add to it. So maybe you do like a little bit of text, a little bit of a write up tutorial as well, whatever it is. It's totally up to you. Do a wax change, and then I want you to save it as a highlight. So when I click your grid, I can see, or whoever can see, that there's a photo of you. I get to know who you are, and I can click that, because honestly, a wax change tutorial is golden. So then, and they can see a highlight, and they can just see a little bit of information about you. So that is your homework. I think I've covered everything. I have talked for way too long. I'm so sorry. But yeah, just have a think about what it is your story is, what is the message that you're trying to tell, what do you want people to feel when they look at your account? Do you want them to feel inspired? Do you want them to think, oh my gosh, I want to do whatever she's doing? You know, what is it? Do you want them to, hopefully you want to draw people in with your Instagram. And then tomorrow we're going to talk more about you going. So today's more about drawing people in. Tomorrow's going to be more about you going and finding people. How to go find new people yourself. But I really hope that helps. And thank you. Oh, I'm so pleased. Thank you. That means a lot, Nini. I really hope that you enjoy playing, and let me know how you get on. Please post in the comments how you're getting on with the going out and posting, and show us the post that you do, show us a story, and yeah, go nick some filters. All right guys, see you later. Bye.